So now it's time for our facilitators. We have Shefali ma'am with us. She is pre-primary coordinator in a prestigious institute. She is a Google champion and she is Google certified trainer. We have Harpreet ma'am also with us, Google certified trainer, innovator, Google champion, and she is leader for GEG Ludhiana. Can you please, both of you, just get your cameras on and say hi to our participants, Shefali ma'am and Harpreet ma'am?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Evening. I just hope you all go ahead with the best learnings and there will be more of takeaways throughout the sessions, right? So I and Harpreet ma'am will be taking your sessions throughout and will be there to help you out in preparing for the examinations, right? So all the best to everyone. And yes, Harpreet ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Shefali ma'am. I think Shefali ma'am has started on a good note. So it's a pleasure to meet you all. It's truly a value added benefit we get with Google when we connect with such experienced and passionate colleagues who are there after a full day of hectic schedule, and they yet for their own learning are willing to join and achieve the targets set for themselves on their own. So I know you all bring wealth of knowledge and experience from various schools and colleges. It's inspiring for us to be in a room filled with educators who have so much to share. And we both, me and Shefali ma'am, are looking forward to learning from you as much as you might from us. So we want to assure you it's not a formal training where we are the experts. Instead, let's take it as a recap session for level 1, taking up to a little higher level, getting into a little more depth of the tools that we've already explored, a space where we can exchange ideas, revisit our important concepts, and learn from one another in a collaborative and interactive way. Our goal is just to make you comfortable and try to make it as engaging and like.
Yes, ma'am. Now start.
Perfect. All right, so we are diving direct into our agenda. Today, session 1, we are going to start with 3 topics. We are going to start a little more in depth with Google Drive, going on to using it as a lesson repository and making a few folders around it, how to make them identifiable. We are going to look at the Chrome apps and extensions and looking at Google search and advanced search using Chrome. So we can just go on. So I'm going to critical part, which is just like 2 minutes, and then we'll dive directly into our practical work. So we are going to look at all these contents of sharing folders, how to make shortcuts, and we are just working on the perspective of level 2 exam. So there is much beyond each of the tools that we can do, but we'll keep it restricted for the moment, keeping the time in view to just the necessity for level 2 exam. So here we're going to look at how to organize and curate it using the color coding, managing our with several features, then looking at Chrome extensions, new features of Google Trends, and of course search and advanced search. So with Google Drive, we all are aware that it's our the go-to point these days, be it on your Android or be it on your devices that we are working on, which is a cloud-based tool that Google gives us with a regular account with 15 GB of storage space. We can use our Drive to store the data that we have. A lot of organizations have it as unlimited. But the personal drives only give you 15 GB of data, so keep refreshing it. After that, you have an option of, if the drive is full, to buy the paid options annually onto that account. The benefit is the pen drives have disappeared, is what I've looked at. I've seen people wherein they're not using any more pen drives and they're just trying to save their data, because the files can be accessed using your Google account anywhere across wherever you have internet. Next, we have what we need to look at Google Drive is only to custom color of folders and shortcuts, and how to look at the search within the drive. So I'm going to take you directly to my drive. To save time, I have already tried to keep things open. So that's my drive, pretty much full. Like it says on the left side, bottom. These are all your left panel tools, which we've already explored in level 1. So new is where you can add all your new folders, files, all those docs. And the more you explore, more options you get. And there are more apps that you can add on to your drive through this new button. You can also right click on anywhere on your drive space and you get the same menu. You've got home, and then it's your my drive folder, or the section that it is, which is right now my drive since it's highlighted. The shared drive, anybody who's shared a drive with me, that's here. Anything that if your computer, sometimes whatever you save on your computer gets connected. My IT admin, I had requested him to connect it. So whatever I save on my school desktop gets directly linked up with my drive. So anything at school or at home on my desktop gets onto my drive. Then something that somebody has shared with me here. Recent comes under any recent document or folder that you've accessed. Starred is something that's important and you want to star it, and frequently used options are there. Then anything that goes in spam or you want to put it in spam, the bin, again 30 days is the limit for that, and after that it's deleted forever. And storage, if you look at it, there's no limit for 15 GB. This is a personal account, it's a paid account, so over and above the 15 GBs that I got, I bought 100 GB, out of which 50% is already used. So if you look at these folders, right here, the folders we are going to look at is organizing. So if you look at it, these folders are all colored, majority of them. So all the folders for Google, I have colored them in green. If you can see, Google Exams, my GEG, the Google Educator Group, the Google Drawing, the Google for Schools. So all of that I need as one resource, I have color coded for my convenience, because instead of searching through all these black folders, I've done that. My school folder is red here. This is personal. This is again personal. Again, just to remind you, this little person that you can see within this folder means it's a shared drive, shared folder that I've shared with someone. And that's how there's this person. Other folders, if you see, do not have that option. So which means it's not shared. So let's quickly look at this feature wherein I have to imagine this is the Cambridge folder that I have. I will click on these 3 dots. It is part of organizing your folders within the drive, so it is easily identifiable. So here, just quickly you click on the 3 dots, you have organize. As you go on to organize, it pops up further sub window wherein either you can move it to another folder or location, you can add shortcut here, or you can add a star. This is where those 3 options come in. We look at coloring it. Now I want to color it all orange, the Cambridge folder. So I'm going to just simply click on that and my folder will turn into orange. Again, this is my school folder. I want to do it one color. So I can use my school folder, for example, also related to Cambridge, because Cambridge and school are connected for me. So I will again click on organize with the 3 dots, go on and again click on my orange, and this folder also gets into an orange color. So I can find these as my easy locators. So that's one thing you need to know for level 2. Again, exploring the 3 dots. You can download the folder, you can rename, you can share it with anyone. When you're sharing it, again, we will be looking at certain features also, which will be more advanced, even advanced than level 2, but we'll keep looking at them as and when we proceed. But our focus, like I said, will be on level 2. So yeah. So here, if you see, this is simple. It's restricted. It is not shared with anyone yet. Let's see. If I want to share it with anyone with the link, I will click on it. I simply copy the link. I can send it as a viewer, or I can change it as an editor. Let's see. Or a commenter. An editor can organize, edit, or add files. Now here, if you look up here on this little gear button, up on the shared window, I click on it. Here are further settings which allow editors to change permissions and share. I can easily uncheck this box. So even if somebody's editor cannot change these permissions, and then it says limit access to Cambridge, some people may lose access. Only the owner and people directly can view this folder or open it. I can even do that if I'm really mean. I'm sharing it, but I am sharing it with a lot of restrictions. I can do that. So all of these are internal hidden options that you can always explore. So I go back to this. This is easy sharing, and then you can, if you have an email ID, you can share it through the email that you want to share this folder with. Is there a question? Okay. So that's my share option. Then if we look at organize, we can organize it in 3 or 4 ways. Here you can move this folder to another, like I said, location or a folder by simply clicking on this. It will open your drive options and it will ask you where do you want to move the folder or relocate it. That's one possibility. Very easy. So here, these are the suggested ones. Looking at Google kind of looks at the content and automatically gives you, or the recent ones that you've opened, maybe that's the one where you want to share it. Anything that's starred, maybe you want to share it along with them as your shared folder, or it gives you all the locations and you choose, for example, my drive, and you can choose where, in which folder you want to move this folder under. So that could be one of those possibilities. We're not doing that right now. Second option by organizing is adding a shortcut. Now this shortcut, sometimes you want it in multiple locations by just adding a shortcut. So here I don't want to explore all my folders, but just go directly to that. So basically this 2021 22, I want to move this Cambridge folder to that one. So I'm going to add a shortcut and it will ask me which location. So like you do moving, it's the same process, but you're just adding a shortcut. So here, let's say I do all locations, my drive, and I move it to 2122 simply here. I click on add. My folder will not move from the original position, but it will just add a shortcut. It says it's adding a shortcut at your bottom left. Once it's done, it will show us. It's opening. Okay, it's still adding my shortcut. Sorry, we are a bit slow with these details. I am going to come back to it as it is ready. Next we have, I showed you to organize. We'll come back to that. We'll show you when it's organized, we can either do our starred. So something that's important, I can even add a star to this and it goes onto my starred folder. If you look at this, my Cambridge will also be a starred folder. There. So if you see, start folder, and because we had made it at a location where we had copied a shortcut, made a shortcut, it is showing this little arrow. If you look at this here, this little arrow wasn't there before, but this has now created this arrow. If I go to my drive, my folder is still there. And if I go to this folder, it's right here in 2021, and it is right here with my shared little logo that you can see, which shows that it's a shared folder, and I can further share it with anyone. Now going on to this one, I have more possibilities. I have download option, I have the folder option. Where is it as actual location? I can search within this Cambridge folder. I can rename, I can make a copy of my folder. So if somebody has shared a folder and I want to work on it independently, I can make a copy so that it's not disturbed with somebody else's folder. When I did my level 1 during my training, it was recommended by the group that those were training us that always keep the original folder with you when you're working on it and share a copy or rename it with something that should be a working folder if you're sharing with a set of people. So it always, the original keeps with you, and in case there is a mistake, error, you can always get back and retrieve the information from the original one. So that could be just one thing we keep always in mind. Then you've got here also organizing when you already did the shortcut. So there is make a shortcut has been removed because this folder Cambridge is already a shortcut that has been created. And then the fourth way to organize it by adding colors. So this is all about organizing your drive. So that is the first one. And second, we look at the search options within the drive. Again, right here, you have got 4 possibilities. You can search by type, by people, if it is shared by someone or you are sharing it. by modifying the timeline when it was last modified, and by the source that it is. Is it through the Gmail that you received it? If you know, you're sure that, I got some email from some folder that was sent through a Gmail, and now I want to share it with someone. So this is how it is, or through a Meet link where it was there and it's there now in your drive. So all these are possibilities. Anytime during the exam, if you're stuck with some feature, you can always, on a sub tab, new tab, you can open your drive, have a look at it, and get back to your exam. That's not called cheating, but you can refer to it because they want to know if you know how to use these tools. So anytime, like I said, if you're stuck, please have a look at it, because there might be a question wherein what all, there might be 4 options, what all can be a part of the search in Drive. So you can search through folders, you can search through documents, the spreadsheets, presentations, Google Vids, you've got forms, photos and images, PDFs, videos, even archives can be searched, audio, drawing, sites, and shortcut like we just created. Those also could be searched. So if, for example, I click on shortcuts, it just shortens my search options. So all that I had ever created a shortcut of, it's all giving me that. And then in that, look, my Cambridge folder has also come in, which I just created. So that is just a possibility for you to explore the shortcut. So my filter that I had here, that has been highlighted with shortcuts. If I want to just clear the filter, my regular drive will appear. So if let's say I want to do all my PDFs, and I also want to do the PDFs with, let's say, Harpreet. That's my another ID. And last year, and the source, I will leave the source. Look, there is no matching result. Let's close this one. No matching result. So Harpreet has not sent any PDF to Harpreet. If I just go by PDF, yes, there are. So this is how you can search using these filters. You also, when you go up there in your Omni box, you've got all these same features up here. You've got this advanced search on the right of your Omni box right here. So here also it can say type. Same options, you can type, use any of these features that you have. Let's click pictures this time, photos and images, owned by me. Include words, I don't want any words in my pictures. Item name, I don't want anywhere. And I can say, it even says if it was in the bin recently, but you have a bin full of documents, you don't know where to look for, you can just click on it. And then anytime. So I will search. Those are my advanced search within my drive. So look at that. All my pictures, my screenshots, or anything that I had ever taken have come here, and they were uploaded by me. I am the owner of these. So they have all come right here. So all these are here. So if you can see, these are all my folders, pictures, sorry. So this is the advanced search. So let's get back to our drive presentation. So we've looked at customizing your folder by color coding it, by adding shortcuts, and other ways to do that. And we've also looked at advanced search. So I think we are done with our drive. So we know how to upload, create, share. That was level 1. So drive can be used as your lesson repository, wherein you can save a lot of things by uploading in one folder, making subfolders within that folder, advanced search, and we can do file type or looking at it by the region or by the time limit. So this is all about drive. So this is all the theoretical. Before we have a little quick check on our understanding, any questions so far? Anybody has any questions? If not, can I have a little thumbs up to see how many people have understood? If you're still there. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. All right, now it's time to activate our chat boxes once again. So we have a hand raised. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. There is one hand raised by Yeah, please, if you have any query, kindly put it up, please.
All right. So, okay, I think we have a lot of thumbs ups. Thank you, Madhuri ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to our quick check. We'll show you 2 or 3 questions, not more. Let's answer them in A, B, C, or D, or if they're multiple choice. We are not going to give you the clue, wherein you know the pattern of level 1. There are always the right answers. How many do you have to choose? Google won't let you move to the next question unless you answer the selected 2 or 3. So here it's a bit difficult. So let's go on. When using a shared folder, the share settings and permissions of the folder will give all the contents the same settings. True or false? Read the question carefully. It's all a game of words. Any guesses? Are we getting any answers, ma'am? A or B? Is it true or false?
Ma'am, mix. Some participants are answering as A, some are answering as B.
Okay, so the question I repeat again. When you are using a shared folder, the share settings and permissions of the folder will give all of the content the same setting, which means if there are 5 files within that folder, maybe all the PDFs, or is it all the Google Docs that can be edited, will all, if I give the sharing right with some settings to that folder which has those 5 docs, will that have the same settings, or will each doc have this different settings that I can set when I'm sharing the folder? Any changes in the answers, ma'am? Majority,
A.
unless I made it too complicated.
Now majority is saying A.
I can give shabashi to myself, a little explanation. Yes, it is true. So that folder can be given the access and the sharing, and it by default gives right to the whole file system within that folder, the same settings. Next question. Or anywhere using the cloud. That's easy. Let's see, what do we get here? We've got a lot of A's here. 1B. Okay, B's.
Yeah, most of
B's,
the
or
participants are mentioning B.
you're all intelligent lot. I'm proud of you, my educators. It is online. Yes, you're all correct. And once it is done, if you fix your setting, the same toggle button, which is our gearbox or gear button or the settings button, you can change it to be accessible offline. So right here, once you click on this and it turns to be offline, going into the settings, your document, you can work on it offline, and whenever you have that offline feature wherein it's accessible to your internet or Wi-Fi, it will automatically update. So that's through on the drive, and you have this gear button. You click. Yeah, I'll just show you. So here, once you open, this is what you see, your PDFs. And here, sir, where it says offline, you need, by default, it is not checked on. You need to check it, and it says create, open, and edit your Google Docs, sheet, slides file on this device when offline. When you work on it, imagine you don't have internet right now, you're working on it. As soon as the computer or the device gets the internet connection, it will automatically update the document.
Okay,
Is that
okay.
clear?
And the default setting is offline or online? Default setting?
It is unchecked. It is not checked, so you have to go and do it the first time.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Even the same goes for the uploads. It is by default not checked, so you have to convert uploads to docs. For example, I sometimes work on old documents that we had created on Microsoft Word, but the easy way now, we are all used to docs. I don't even have Microsoft Word on my computer. That's my school policy. So I upload all these documents from past, if I have any, and I upload it. By default, it gets onto my Google Doc format, and I work on Google Docs. So, but you have to check it for the first time. So it's interesting how you can go onto these settings and explore what all you want as per your preferences. It's very easy, and then it makes your life easy. All right, so we're going to move on to our next topic of the day, Google Chrome. So we are going to quickly look at, just focused on these few features that needs to be addressed for the exam point of view, how to group your tabs and pin a tab. Again, I'm sure you would have all done it during the level 1 exam. They always say pin your tab. So by default or by mistake, if any time by mistake your Chrome window just shuts down, you can immediately revive it back, and you don't have to go back to the address. It is pinned and it will not close when you open the Chrome window again. So we look at it. We look at search by usage rights, add or remove extensions. So we quickly look at how to download extensions. Using the Omnibox, bookmarks, explore trends. That's really the new topic that Google brought in, very recent. Then search on a web page or link to text on a web page. So let's quickly look at our Chrome. So let's say I have something I'm working on, literature, or let's say science grade 7 electricity here. And I have got another one, Byju's science grade 7 program. Maybe I want to look at it as chapter wise. I'm going to open on a new tab. So these are all about my science. These are different tabs. Now I want to group them all. Simple. I'm just going to right click on one of the tabs. On this right click, it says new tab to the right. So I can open a new tab, add type to the reading list. You can add tab to a new group. This is what we'll be looking at, or move tab to a new window. So another profile window will open for me. So here we're going to add tab to a new group. Here it pops up another window wherein I can name this. So I can name it as science grade 7th. I can color code this now. Let's say this. So if you see, my science grade 7 is grouped with this tab, and I'm done. Now I can add a new tab in this group. I can move this group to a new window altogether, or I can close this group. I can even ungroup it or delete this group. Let's club more of the tabs here. So this one, Byju's science, if you see, there's a purple or a pink. We have Byju's, and I again come back to science grade 7 electricity. Okay, there we've got these 3 links, but they're all science. Now between all the tabs that I have, I want to group them so I'm not confused when there are multiple tabs. So I'm going to go to my first one and right click. Is that visible now before I proceed?
Yes,
Perfect.
yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So the third option says add tab to new group. I click on this and a new pop-up appears. I click on science, maybe grade 7th. And I will also do a little color coding here with red. So my label goes on to red. And if you see, there's a line, outline, that also becomes red. So that has been created. Now I can simply drag these inside, and you see all these tabs, 1, 2, and 3. They are all now added to my science group. So this is how the tabs work. I can simply click on this and it collapses it. I can click on the same label. It just expands it. It saves my space. It just makes the organization better and my working easier. Now out of this, any one, I can ungroup. If you look at it, I can remove from the group. Again, here, going back, right clicking on that, I say remove from the group. It goes out of my red line, and it's a straight red line onto this 2 tabs. Now this one, I still want that if by default my computer shuts down or it is restarting, I want, when I open my Chrome profile, I want this popping up right there. Instead of searching for it, I right click on it, I go further down, and I can pin this. The moment I pin it, it collapses into a small icon. But when I close this entire profile right here, all these, if you see, are my important working files that I needed for this session. I have already pinned them. So one of the reason, it takes less space, it makes organization better. Second, it just saves on to keeping my folders intact. Even if by mistake it shuts down, I can always bring that profile and it will automatically, all the pinned documents, even if you do it after 10 days, it will appear. It will be there as your pinned document. Right clicking and unpinning, I can always do that. Again, if I have a YouTube video that's happening and I've got multiple sessions that are happening, let's say I've got 3 trainings today that I have to attend, I can simply again go to, imagine there's a YouTube happening here. I will right click and I can mute the site. So not the entire video, but just that particular tab video will be muted. And I will not get disturbed and I can keep looking at it, and maybe that recording I need to just show my presence. So I have to be there. So these are few things that you can check on right clicking onto your tabs. That is the first thing we look at. Then it says you need to look at adding or removing extensions. I hope this tab grouping and ungrouping is clear. I can just simply ungroup it. So if you look at it, it ungroups and it will delete, but the tabs will remain there. I can ungroup it. So you see my label disappeared, or I could simply delete that group and all of this would disappear. I hope this is clear for all of you before we move on to the next feature. Okay, I have a thumbs up, so okay. You know, the only advantage of sharing the window was that when I toggle between the meet, you people don't get distracted. But anyhow, that was not visible and not working. Now, going on to my Chrome extension. So here we go to the web store. Chrome extension is something that enhances your workability and your functioning of the profile, the Chrome profile. Anything you do, it doesn't impact any of your apps. Or the Google tools, for example, the Google Docs, the Sheets, the Forms, you all have been using it. For example, Autocrat in Forms is used to generate certificates. So those are add-ons that one works on. Google Apps, again, enhances the workability of, they're more powerful than Chrome extensions, but they just enhance the power of the tool that you're working on. For example, if you have something for Google Docs, it will only be useful and beneficial for Google Doc, which will again be very nice. Some of the extensions also work, but they are limited to their workability and functionality during the Chrome features. So we go to Chrome Web Store. Right here. So here, if you see next to our Omni box or the address bar that we call it, you can see all these extensions that I have already downloaded onto my system. For example, this Pixel Joy is very interesting. This is emoji by Joy Pixels. You just have to click on this and I can type it here. I just have to click on this there and I can select any of the emojis that I have. And I can add on. For example, I can say books. It will give me an emoji. I just click on this. It just comes here. And it is by default copied. Now, if I go to my drive, this is interesting. I like to do that. For example, this one, I go back to my drive. I have this Cambridge and there's a rainbow next to it. I want to change it. So I will use it as rename. And before my name of the Cambridge, I will just do Control V. So that has changed from the rainbow to the books and I click OK. So add here. That just adds a fun element to your files here. However, you can use this to, maybe you're doing chat or you're doing some messages in your emails. So Gmail has that always open, so you can always access this as part of your Chrome profile. Then you've got this Google Dictionary that I have. You've got Google Translate. You've got Drive. So anything that I like, I can directly save it to the Drive. For example, this simple website, Chrome Web Store. I like it. I say save to Drive. It doesn't take this one. So maybe this one, Byju's electricity. I go save to drive. It's downloading that. It will save this to my drive, which is this, as a PNG file. And there it is. That's how easy. And I can later on access it whenever I want. It's added a little PNG for me. I can rename it, I can trash it, and I can close it. It's done. So once you are there on your Chrome Web Store, you can search for the extensions up here according to the names if you have any, or themes. You can always go down by the group category that you have. You've got all these. Each of the extension as you download has their own features. They have been given stars. Have a look at all of this. They're interesting ones. Let's look at Google Translate for that matter. I have Google Translate. I'll show you. It is already installed, so you will get that option that says remove from Chrome. So it's right here. I'm going to remove it. It says remove. Yes, confirm. And it says it has been removed. And you see it has disappeared from here. Now, I have again the Chrome extension. Any extension that you type, please scroll through. It's a third-party app. Normally, this is by Google, but a lot of extensions are third-party. So do your needful surveillance on checking. Normally, they are safe to use. They have the featured option. They have the star rating that you can see, like any app you download from the App Store. You can share it with someone to maybe have the same download on their device, or you can you want to discuss it. Here are some of the little pictures that I give you. So you can see how it feels, how do you use it. So some snippets are given. Then it gives you a little overview detail of what it is, who has designed this, what is the source, if there are links to it that you can check. And these are 4.2 out of 5-star rating. What is the version of it? When was it last uploaded? What languages does it show up to? So all these options are for you to explore once you do that. At the bottom of it, it shows you similar apps that you're looking already at, or similar extensions that you already are looking at. So these are some of the alternatives that it gives you. Now I want to install it. So simply I will say add to Chrome. And it will say read and change all your data on all websites. Yes, add extension. It asks you for minimal permissions that normally an app would ask for. It is done. And the moment you see remove from Chrome, it is already installed. Now this little puzzle piece, if you see towards the end of all my Chrome, the extensions, this puzzle piece, if I open, these are the ones which are already there. Some of them are unpinned and some of them are pinned. This is a recent one I downloaded, the Brisk Teaching. So I have not pinned it. I can always click on pin and it will appear right here. If I unpin it, you see the last one, the black one, will disappear right here. So this is how you can just toggle it on and off. The next 3 buttons, which have more options, it opens that for you from these 3 buttons. You can remove it from Chrome. You can manage the extension. Now this is where you can manage all the extensions. Once you click on it, this is Brisk Teaching. You can see the version. You can see all what it can do. If it is all sites, you can just check on click. If you have that extension, you only click and then it will use. Otherwise, it will be activated throughout your sites and you can just use that little pop-up that comes in, or you can ask for it after clicking. It says allow in incognito or not. By default, these are some of the options that you personally would like to check for your usage, or you can remove your extension here. On the left of it, it says My Extensions. Again, if you click on it, you see all these are your extensions that you have downloaded. So here, you can directly remove any of them. You can look for any details. You can close them from here anytime that you want from your extensions. There was once when we used Meet attendance very frequently when we were doing during COVID times, during the pandemic, we were using this for registering our students' attendance. So this was one very useful one at that point in time, not used much. One tab is, again, it saves your memory. Again, very interesting one, wherein it removes all your tabs. It just makes a drop down. So it just removes the clutter on the top. Then you've got online PDF editor that you can do. You can highlight, you can do a lot of annotations on a PDF. Read and write for Google Chrome again is very interesting one. You can use it. I use it when I have a document on screen and I can highlight it directly within any document or even a website that I've opened. It's not a document, but I don't want to copy paste onto my whiteboard and then show it to my students. I just open this little read and write for Google Chrome, and it just helps you work on your screen at that moment, be it any web page that you have. So these are some of the interesting ones. Slido is another one which gives you live polling. Question answers, again, I use it for my students when we have in-house question quiz section. It's very easy, quick 5-minute break for students. So all of these.
Ma'am, can you just talk about the quiz one? Can you just talk about the quiz activity?
Which one?
The quiz.
The quiz one, the live polling.
Yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
if I open this for you, Slido, I'll just open it right here so you can see, and then we go to my Slido here. So this is a nice extension. I have to log in, and you can open polls. Once you have this, you can just quickly type in your questions and do a quick poll or write 5 questions, and kids can do it with you. So it's just asking for some authorizations.
After making this quiz, you have to share the link with the students, right, ma'am?
Yes.
And they can see the results. Can the students see the results?
On the screen. Yes, yes. It's a poll.
Okay, okay.
Like we do it on Google Meet.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So, all right. So I'll move back to from Slido. So this is how extensions are downloaded. You can manage the extensions right here. If you want to go to that specific extension, you go here. You can even go to your Chrome profile. On the extreme right of your Omnibox, you've got 3 dots. There also, if you go further down, it says extensions, and you can manage extensions, or you can visit Chrome Web Store from here. So these are all the possibilities where all you can access the extensions. So with this, we are done with extensions. We know how to add and remove extensions. Now we have using the Omnibox. Now many people, I'll just close this and this. Many people use Omnibox or this address bar, as we used to call it in our times, just for typing in their search. You can even use it as a calculator. It's very easy. I can just do 48 divided by 6, and it gives me a live calculator right here. So this is again one of its kind of use. So you can use that. You can even use your Chrome to call it an Omnibox, this little address bar. Even if I go back to my search, this one also can be used as same. You can type in a URL, or you can search for things directly through this Omnibox. We should know what it is. Bookmarks, anything I like. For example, I just said we'll open quickly to save time. I have this information on Byju's chapter 14 science. And here is a link to the PDF. I have this PDF right here. It's opening. And I want to save it so I can access it the next time. Simply, it's not just the web page I can save. Whatever is there, even as a PDF, on the right of my Omnibox, if you see, there is this little star. That is bookmark this tab. So if I click on this, I have either an option where it's an existing folder that I may have chosen before. So I can save it directly and I say just done. Or I click on this drop down, and these are all the folders, the recent ones. I can click on bookmarks bar, wherein it will save right here at the bottom of my extensions. I can share it under other bookmarks, my mobile bookmarks, or choose another folder. I can also make a new folder. All these are possibilities I can. So I'll choose another folder. The moment I do that, you see all these are my folders under the bookmarks bar. Make sure sometimes you click on, you are on something, and when you say new folder, it will add under this GC, if you see, under the English website. I need to make sure if I want a main folder, my bookmarks bar should be there, which means it's right here. And I click on a new folder. I say demo science, and I click on save. Now, if you see, all these are small icons that I've created for my bookmark. How I've made it shorten, I remember what these icons are. You hover over it, your full name appears. But like this English website for that matter, I can right click on this name and I can rename this bookmark. Let's say EW. I know my jargon, so I know this is English website. I can save, and you see it has reduced to just EW. It just gives me more space. This is my YouTube channel. I have just named it as GEG. I know if I hover over it, I will know what it is. This is general YouTube. So I don't have to go to youtube.com. I will click on this directly and a YouTube will open. This is a Google Meet, which is my recurrent meet for my trainings. I have already created one and I've saved it here. So I know every time I can click on it, a new meet will open. The same link that I have saved it. More of them are there with these two right arrow keys. I click on it and you see my bookmark entire list appears. Social media, this is where I have all of this. Like I said, sometimes you create folders under wrong names. So I have created this under social media. New folder, I right click on it. I can simply say delete and my bookmark will disappear. These are some of the courses for teachers, school resources. This is another list of resources, and these are some independent ones. I've got some GEG related, the Google Educator related documents. I've got Google Classroom. And if I go further down scrolling, all these are folders or subfolders that I have. So you see all of them are these sessions that I have, all of this right here, anything. So that's where you add or delete. I can simply change the place of my folder by quickly dragging left to right, and you can see that black line popping through. So right here, so my copy of main deck has come here. My Amazon has moved down further, so I want to bring my Amazon next to the GEG. Right here, I have just moved it. Drag and drop. That's how you have to do. So I think
Ma'am,
that's...
just one doubt I
Yes.
had.
Yes, sir.
If you close the laptop or computer again, we restart it. This icons will be there, or again we have to do it.
The beauty is you will log into any device in the world using this Gmail. If you have set that bookmark, it will appear there auto sync.
Great. Thanks.
Set this thing enabled. And I have different ones for different profiles. My school profile has different bookmarks that I may need. My personal one has different ones, so that again remains intact. So you have to be mindful when you're saving your bookmarks, which Chrome profile were you looking? Initially, when we learned to use bookmarks, we were very confused because out of excitement, you would bookmark a lot of things, but you would end up not finding them in the right place. So over the years with practice, we've realized, yes, you need to be very mindful of where you are saving it. So we have specific ones. For Google ones, I have a Google Gmail. For personal ones, you have personal Gmail. So you only need those kind of bookmarks. For professional school one, you need your grade specific ones. That just makes it easy for you to access. Having said that, you can download multiple of them in different profiles as well, multiple times. That's not a problem. But it will
So
remain.
you mean to say from which login we are entering? We have to be careful with login properly.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
all right. So
Thank you.
exploring trends, no worries, sir. Exploring trends, we are going to look at the search. When we're looking at the search, our last topic, search on a web page again, and link to a text on a web page. So here, let's say I have, I'm going to go back to my address. I want somebody I'm working with, I'm collaborating with another educator. So right here, I have this link that I have. I want to have someone work with me, so I can right click on it. And it says in the middle, if you see, copy link to highlight. I can simply click on it. And if you see, sorry, I will highlight this and copy link to highlight right here. Link copied to highlight. I don't know why is it not showing me. Normally it highlights it right here. Copy link to highlight. It says copied link. Himavan, can you help me? Why is it not showing? Because normally it should be visible right here.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the color has become purple. That is the reason.
Not really. No. Normally it highlights into a yellow, a regular highlight color. Here it says it's copying.
Yeah, it becomes yellow. Yeah, I have done that. Yeah.
So I don't know why it happened when
So
I
no
tried.
worries. No worries. We can pick it up later on. Maybe some technical glitch or something like that.
Ah, look, yeah. So when I did that, it copied my link. And if I'm sending it to someone, for example, I'm opening it on a new tab, it has copied onto my clipboard. So I am going to do it here, Control V, right here. It will open onto the same page to the sender that I've sent it to, and it will be highlighted. So it is coming, it's coming. And close this, and it will be highlighted and shown.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you just show this again?
Yes, I will do that. So here, let's say I have this. I'll just enlarge it a little. So NCERT, electric currents. And I will right click on it. And it says copy link to highlight. Yeah. I click on this. I'll go to it says link copied to highlight. I go to a new tab, or I can through my Gmail or my Google Meet, I send it to someone. I will just simply click on Control V, and the person will open it. And if you see, where is it? Yeah, all of this that are highlighted has come here. All that was highlighted has been highlighted, not the other ones, just the one. So if I'm sharing it with the co-teacher, I will say, just have a look at this one. I don't have to say third link, fifth link, eighth link. So it's right there. And for the students also, I can do this, that you only have to focus on this particular highlighted link. That is what it says, copy link to highlight. Are we clear on this one? Yeah, I think we can move on. So with this, we finish our second topic, which is our Google Chrome. Let's quickly look at our questions. Apps generally have more functionality than extensions. I told this to you, yes or no, true or false? Shifali ma'am, Hema ma'am, if you can tell me the answers. Are we getting A's, B's?
Ma'am, we are getting more of A's.
Perfect. So yes, like I said, apps are very powerful in terms of the tools across, and some of the apps that you download are also used across multiple tools, the same app. But the functionality of extension is limited to the Chrome profile usability. So you are right when you say true. Thank you so much. Where can you find Chrome apps and extensions? Is it A, App Script? Is it Drive add-ons? Is it Google Drive Launcher? Or is it Chrome Web Store? A, B, C, D. ये तो easy है.
Yes, ma'am, we have got brilliant audience. They are answering as D.
Awesome. All right. And we are there. Last question on this. How can you share apps and extensions with your class, even if you don't have Chromebooks? Do you email the link from Chrome Web Store? Do you add using a classroom button? Use through Google Groups, or email the Chrome Web Store link to Google Group email address? There will be more than one possible answer. Let's see. Are we getting A, B, C, Ds?
Very few of them have gone ahead with multiple options. It's A, B, D, A, B, C, D, only D. So mixed category.
Okay. This one is A, emailing the link through Google Groups, and email Chrome Web Store link to Google email address, but you don't have a classroom button. Again, a question like this, you can always go to the tool that you are not sure of. For example, quickly access your Google Classroom during the test, and you can see if there is an option there or not. And you will find there isn't. So that's how easy it is. All right, the last one, super easy, super quick. I think we'll be done with next 10 minutes. Google search. Here we go look at Google search, advanced filters, how search operators work. Again, the advanced search by file type, copyright license, region. So we're going to look at images. Again, the happening one, the Google Trends, and image search with filters. So we quickly go to Google search. We've all seen a simple Google search. I can do the same. Electricity, grade 7. I'm not a science teacher though. I'm not a fan of science also. Not. but science, I will restrict it to PDFs. So I can search according to the category I want Google to show me the results. So if you see this little icon right here says PDF. So all the documents that are coming up are my PDF documents, chapters or PDFs all across, because that is what I wanted Google to look for. Now, this is something new that you've all noticed is the AI mode. So this already gives you a little AI documentation of what electricities or the specific topic you want to look for. So here it says NCRT, Vedantu, Byju's, worksheet and lessons that AI can help you generate across your search options. I go back, here is all, these are all the documents. These are some of the images based on electricity. Then you've got the videos. Now, if you look at this, each option has this tools option in the middle, right here. Here, the tools. Once you click on any of these options on the left, you click on the tools, it changes the possibilities. Now that we are on images, so we can choose an image by size. So it can be any size that you want, large image, medium image, or just an icon. You can select or customize your image by color if you want a black and white image, a transparent one, a red image, or any color. Usage rights again. It says usage rights, very interesting. This is what we looked at when we look at our image. Look right here, image search and search filters, and then the usage that it talks about by copyright. This is what it talks about. So here usage is not filtered by license. So any, but you can't publish it because it is copyrighted image, or Creative Commons licenses. This is what normally we do, which is safe, or commercial and other licenses. So you can choose what kind of images you wanted to display. Then the type, any type. Do you want clip art? Do you want GIFs or line drawings? Last 24 hours, past week, last year, or you want to do a custom range, let's say from a specific date to specific date. So this is also possible through these tools. Many people do not explore this, but as Google educators, it's our part of the curriculum that we need to know of. And then you have got the advanced search. Now, if you look at videos and we look at tools in videos, it's coming. So the options will differ. Now in videos, you have duration. Short videos, normally it is recommended when you're sharing it with your students, it should not be a very long video, especially for the primary students wherein the retention is very low. So those kind of videos with 4 to 20 minutes or long videos. This is where if you have your AI generated or activated into your YouTube, you can even generate questions, or through different third-party apps, you can generate questions between the videos. So that's not a monotony. You want your students to look at some video, have questions, then continue the video, then have a question pop up. All those also can be done to break the pattern. Then any time, so time duration, the quality, you want any quality or you just want the HD quality or high quality, all videos or closed captions, you want the source. It could be all these sources that are apt for us, or the advanced search. We're going to look at advanced search in a short while. Then these are some short videos that we have. Again, it will have its own tool options. So video has the same. If you're looking at some books only, then that will have its own tool option. So please do explore by view. How many views has it got per view? If there's a preview there or a full view, any document that you want just specific to magazines or newspapers, you want any time or 21st century or the old medieval times or traditional ones. And then of course there's advanced search and so on. So please do explore. Again, I repeat, anytime you're stuck during the test, please go back to this feature, open the profile, have a look at it. You will get your answer right there. Next is more filters. So you have more filters, like you have got this videos, images, you have got web, you've got forums, flights, finance. All of this is given to you by Google search. Now looking at this, all of them, when you say all, you look at anytime, all results, or advanced search. I look at advanced search. Now this is applicable to all the different options we looked at, be it images, be it videos. Images only has the difference of licenses which you can look at. So you want all these words: electricity, grade 7, science PDF. Maybe I don't want the word science. I can just say electricity PDF. I can say exact this phrase or no. I have something very specific in my mind. If you're looking at some handwriting or writing, creative writing topic, and you want specific to that topic that you're looking at, that's what you can put. Or you can say any of specific words that you need in your content. None of these words you want. If there are some words that you do not want at all, then the numbers, if you have a number that you want to specify. The language can be chosen. So you've got all these languages that you have right here. So they are all national and international languages. So we've got Hindi here. We've got even, yeah, there's only Hindi, Swahili, there's English. So not a lot of regional languages at the moment that we have here specific to this advanced search. Then a region that you want to specify. I want to just specify India. I can choose if I want UK. So I can choose. I have a lot of connect with the British curriculum that we have to follow. So I a lot of times do that, but you can do India. Last update anytime or about a year ago. If you have a specific site in your mind, you can do that. And then any format. Here you can look at the PDFs, you can look at all these Excels, PowerPoints, all the formats that you have given by Google. I can just say PDF and the license. Now this is where again the user license comes in. So not filtered by license, free to use or share, free to use or share and even commercially used, free to use, share or modify, you can do that, or free to use, share, modify, or even use it commercially. So these are some of the documents that I need on my search, and I click on search. So here there is nothing on the web based on this that is free to use or it is modified as per my requirement. So you can always go back to this advanced search and click on your options. I clear this and I will have look at this, just a PDF, and I will get a lot of them. So you have to choose depending on your requirement of the settings that you want or the limitations you want to set on your Chrome profile for the search. So we've looked at advanced search filters, search operators we've looked at, file type, copyright license, we've looked at the region. Last one we have in this is Google Trends. So if I go to Trends.
Harpreet ma'am, before
Yes.
proceeding, for everyone, I have already posted attendance form. Kindly fill out the attendance form, please.
Thank you so
Please carry
much.
on. Thank you.
So here is trends.google.com. So this is something that tells you what's happening in the market, what's buzzing these days in the world. Explore what India is searching right now. So here on the top, you have home, you've got something called explore, and you've got something that's trending now. So a lot of people are looking at Nag Panchami for that matter. If you look at it, a lot of things that are happening. You can even look at, I want to just look at trending now. I can select the location. Right now, by default, it is selected as India. I can even select what's happening in US, Austria, Belgium, let's say United States. Okay, and I can say all regions. Past 24 hours, all categories. I can even choose the category I want, entertainment, politics for that matter. I can choose, let's do politics, and all trends. And it says by relevance, which means by title, by search. I can always do that. And all trends show active trends only. So I want to do that. So this is something that showed me Jessica Williams. That's really in 10 hours ago. So right here, trending. I've got Mike Collins here 8 hours ago, and right now the trend has gone down. And I can further look up in detail what are people looking at? What is it that's happening with Mike Collins, who launches the Georgia Senate bid? So I can look at all of that that's trending. I can go back to my homepage and let's say,
ma'am, this comes on a separate tab. You have to open Google Trends.
Yes, trends.google.com. That's what I opened. And here, let's say I want to do this new movie that has come up. I'm forgetting the name. Bollywood.
Sayara.
Yes, I don't even know the name. Sorry. Let's try. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. So not in United States for sure. We'll come back to India. So let's see. I can go back to right here, India. Okay, so Sayara is really trending. It went down a little. Okay, so it's trending a lot in, you can see even the sub-region where it is trending. So it's Andaman, Nicobar, then Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. That's where it shows. This is where you can download as a CSV file. You can even share it as an HTML code, or here you can share it through Facebook, through LinkedIn, Twitter, all of your social media handles. You can even share the entire page that you're looking at through this page, that something is trending. So that's something new that Google has come up with, and it's part of our level 2 certification. So with this, again, there's one more thing, very interesting one with the search, which is the restriction option, the restricted option. Now, if you look at your profile and you click on this, at the bottom of this, it tells you if it is restricted or this is my school device. It's not showing right now. So it's it doesn't show a lot of times. Let me see if I can show you the different profile right here. So if I can look at my different profile and see if I can see the restricted mode. No, I can't see it here. So if I'm on my YouTube, let's say, I can do my restrictive mode. It's just opening YouTube. And then I open onto my restricted mode on this. I have my profile, and at the bottom, if you see, restricted mode is off. Now, this is where for the students, I can always log into this restrictive mode here. And I just need to toggle this button on to activate the restricted mode. What it does is it just protects the viewer, whoever is using the device, out of inappropriate content and keep it safe. For the device that I have for home use, I have a small child who is below 13. I want to restrict him out of a lot of videos. So on the profiles that we are logged on to the personal computer, we have restricted and activated this restricted mode. Again, this is something interesting for your YouTubes that you do. So any profile that you do, simply go to your YouTube and you can see if that is activated for you. If you have a child or you don't want content saved onto the computer which is inappropriate or visible for that matter to your child. So that's also one of the interesting features of restricted mode. I don't know why it's not popping up here, but normally it does show on your regular profile.
When I clicked on mine, there were search history, delete last 15 minutes, save, search personalization, safe search, language, more settings.
Safe search.
Safe search.
Safe search. That's also alternative to restrictive mode. It does the same job. They are both connected on the Chrome profile. For me, I don't know why. Maybe the restrictions from the admin that I have. And we are done. So our first MCQ, what should you explain to your students about finding online sources? This is something very general. Select 2 answers. Contact your author directly to understand their research. Check that the website looks reputable and professional. They should trust any information found online, or check the integrity of the author and whether they are an expert on topic. So there are 2 correct answers. If you can help me, who has chosen it? I can't see the answers.
Mainly the people are going ahead with B and D option.
Perfect. So let's look at it. It is correct. So I am impressed. At 7 o'clock, close to 7, we are still up on it. Good job. Thank you. So it is question 2. Which of the following statements about restricted mode are accurate? So select all that apply. So we are not giving you how many options. So it prevents head injuries. It is 100% effective and accurate. It filters out inappropriate content, and it is connected to Google Safe Search. We discussed all of that. What are we getting?
Again, we are getting more of C and D.
Perfect. Super. So yes, the alternative to restricted mode, they're together. So it is in YouTube and in Chrome. I looked at safe search. So with this, we come to the end of our session for today. We are bang on time. Recapping, we've done Google Drive, Google Chrome with bookmarks, extensions, and the search options that we did, and the filters that we looked at in Chrome, and Google search, where we use the advanced search to look at our usage and copyright concerns. We looked at the ways we can do our smart search by the topics that you want or by the document type you want. So